Hi, my name's Nico and welcome to my channel. If you're watching this, then you're probably interested in China. Well, my whole channel has loads of China related content, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to keep up to date. Now, you've probably noticed that my leg is in a brace. If you follow me on Instagram and along on my community tab, then you'll know that I had an accident a few months ago. I'm still not quite able to walk, but I wanted to make a video. So this video is brought to you by the comfort of my home. So let's get started with tips for you to survive winter in China. China is such a huge, diverse country with an equally large range of climates to match. While some southern cities might stay temperate all year round, the cities further north can be a little less forgiving. In this video, we're going to have a look at how to stay healthy in the winter months, especially here in Beijing, where the temperatures can drop way below freezing. One thing I do love about Beijing, though, is that the temperature gets so cold that it hardly ever snows. It's actually quite sunny in the winter, which is really nice. Compared to Nanjing, which I lived in, the temperature, although it's a little bit higher, it's quite wet and it snows a lot, which means it actually feels a lot colder. So let's get on with our tips. Now, one of my best pieces of advice when it comes to winter is to wear lots of layers. Yes, layers are your best friend, especially here in China. As you go about your daily routine, you'll probably experience lots of different temperatures. Obviously outside it's going to be freezing, but when you get inside, say a shopping mall, they crank up the temperature to furnace-like degrees, and so you'll have to strip off. If you're just wearing like one big thick jumper, obviously you're going to be too hot, too cold when you get inside, but if you wear lots of layers, you can strip them off. If you wear wool, thermals, down jacket, things like this, they'll really help you in the winter months. My best shop to go to get some thermals to wear underneath is Uniqlo or Decathlon. You can get everything you need for winter here. So you don't need to bring it from home either. You can buy winter clothes when you get to China, which is great. So you don't need to fill your suitcase too bulky with winter things. As well as lots of layers, you're still going to want to invest in a really good thick jacket. Now, like I just said, don't take up valuable space by bringing one from home. You can easily get one here in China. There's lots of different Western shops like Zara, H&M, Uniqlo again, or even Taobao. You can order a nice thick jacket to keep you warm in winter. Now, there's nothing worse than cold feet in winter. So if you think you're going to wear your trainers all winter, you are wrong. Here in Beijing, it's just so cold. You need to invest in a good pair of boots, preferably like fleece or fur lined, and they will help keep your toes nice and toasty in the winter months. Make sure you eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. Now, I'm not your mum, you can eat whatever you want really, but if you do eat lots of fruits and vegetables, it will help you stay healthy throughout the winter months. One of my favorite things here in China is to go to a malatang restaurant and pick my own vegetables to make a nice hearty broth. I know it's really easy to have a nice cheesy pizza instead because you're craving comfort food to keep you warm, but make sure you mix it in with lots of vegetables as well. The best thing to do to fight a cold is to eat and drink your way through it. ANTIBAC everything. ANTIBAC will be your best friend in winter. Make sure you carry a little bottle of ANTIBAC with you wherever you go. Now, germs can get everywhere, and most of you are here working with children, and they're cute, but they're little germ machines. So make sure you carry this so you can keep topped up all the time. Whenever you hear that sneeze, ANTIBAC. Wear a mask. Now, masks aren't only great for those polluted days that roll around once in a while, but they're great in the winter months for stopping germs getting in if you're not sick, or germs getting out if you are sick, and then it'll help everyone else not catch your cold. Put the heating on. Now, most of you have come here to work. You're not a student anymore, so you don't need to scrimp on heating bills. Also, heating is a lot cheaper than it is in most Western countries, so you can afford to keep nice and toasty in winter. Now, one of the best things about here in Beijing is that we have underfloor heating, which is a game changer. Honestly, in the winter, sometimes it's too hot. I'm walking around in a t-shirt in my apartment. I didn't get this in Nanjing because we didn't have underfloor heating, and actually it was really quite cold there. So if I'm looking for an apartment, one of my best pieces of advice is to check the things that it's got for the winter months and also the summer months, so you can be prepared. You can invest in an electric blanket. Now in the day, obviously if you get a bit cold, you can wrap up by putting extra layers on. But at night time, there's nothing worse than being cold in bed. So with an electric blanket, you can switch it on before you get to bed. Then when you get in, it's lovely and toasty. We also have different duvets for different months. So we have a summer duvet and a winter duvet. So we've just put our winter duvet on and it's lovely and thick. Be warned though, you might not want to get out of bed. If electric blankets aren't your thing, then invest in a hot water bottle. This gives you that extra little bit of heat, which you can put on your hands, on your stomach, on your feet, to keep you warm in bed and around the house. If your hands get really cold when you're out, then you can get some electric hand warmers to put in your gloves. This gives you that extra bit of comfort. Also, get some blankets for all around your house. You can put them on your bed, you can put them on your sofa, just wherever you want them, and they'll be nice and cuddly for the winter months. There's nothing better than curling up on the sofa with a nice, soft, comfy blanket ready for a Netflix binge. Make sure you moisturize loads in winter. Now, the weather can be really dry in winter and it can make your skin horrible. So if you keep lots of moisturizer and lots of lip balm, then it will help you in the winter months. Now, remember that Spring Festival is usually in January or February, and most expats choose to leave China at this time. So it means that if you've kept nice and moisturized throughout the winter, you won't be flaky on that beach in Thailand. As the winter draws in, then you might think it's time to pack up your scooter for a few months. Well, think again. Do as the locals do and invest in a scooter blanket. These things might look a little silly, but you can thank me later. They not only keep your body nice and warm, but also your hands too. There's a reason that everyone has these, especially in Beijing. To get you through the winter months, the best thing that you can do is drink hot water. 24/7, seriously, just drink hot water. This is the Chinese answer to everything. And I was a little skeptical at first, but it does seem to solve quite a lot of problems. So I agree, drink hot water. If hot water is not your thing, then you can do a nice coffee shop crawl in the winter months and go to lots of different places to drink some tea, hot chocolate, or coffee. Check out my Beijing's Best Coffee Shop videos to see some of my favorite places to spend the winter months. I hope you found this video useful. If you're a seasoned China expert, then leave me a comment and let me know your tips for surviving the winter months here in China. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, hit that bell, share it, do whatever you please with it. And make sure you wrap up warm. I'll see you next time.